Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss certain topics of chapter number 7, chemical coordination of plants. And in today's video we are going to discuss the topic of the trophism, that is topic number 7.2 from our Selena book. Let's start with the topic. Trophic movements in plants. You must have seen, and you usually know it also, that the seed germinates in the soil. Its roots and its shoots both keep on growing. They grow so that the plant can survive. And you must have seen also that the growth of the root and the shoot must take place in the right direction. The root, it must grow downwards into the soil. It will help to provide support to the plant, to absorb water, to absorb minerals for the plant, and it will provide these all things to the plant so that it can survive. The shoots, it must grow upwards towards the source of light, so that the developing leaflets, the leaves or the leaflets, they could carry out the phenomena known as photosynthesis, and this phenomena produces foods in the plants. These movements, the growth of the shoot towards the light and the growth of the roots towards the soil, these movements occur because of some of the external stimuli which is received by the plant. And because of this stimuli, the plant give a response, and the direction of the response, which is directly concerned towards the stimulus which is given, and the response directly to the given stimulus is called trophism. So this is the phenomena. Trophism is a phenomena which is directly related to the response which is given by the plant regarding to one of the stimuli obtained by the plants. This word trophism has been come from the Greek word which is called trophos, which means to turn, and all the movements which are occurring in response to the unidirectional external stimuli in the plant, these all movements are called trophic movements. We will be studying and discussing the different trophic movements which are given as a sort of response whenever a plant gets a stimuli. The first trophic movement which we are going to discuss is phototrophism. Phototrophism means the movement towards the light. The plant always grows in the light illuminating them from all directions, grow much or less upwards. A plant which is grown, or a seedling which is grown in the ground, the light falls on that plant from all the sides. Therefore, the plant grows unidirectionally in the upward direction. But if a plant gets brighter light from one side than the another, then obviously the shoot of that plant will bend towards more light. And the roots, if they are exposed, they will always grow opposite to the direction from which the source of light is placed. Hence we can say the shoots always moves towards the light, hence shoots are called positively phototrophic. The roots always grow in the opposite direction of light, hence we can say the roots are negatively phototrophic. This response has a clear survival value for the plant. This response helps that the shoots may receive much more light as possible so that it can perform the maximum photosynthesis, which is helpful by the plants. The hormone which is mainly used in the phototrophism is the hormone known as auxin. This is the only hormone which is playing the most important role, though other hormones are also playing the role, but for the elongation, the auxin hormone is playing its more role. It's helpful in the bending of the shoots towards the source of light, and it gets accumulated in the region of the shoots which is not facing the light. This results in the cell elongation in the side which is opposite to the light, and this causes the shoot to bend towards the source of light. Let's understand this thing with the help of a diagram which is given in your book. You can see a plant which is placed in a conical flask here in the red circle, and this plant is placed in a cardboard which has been stopping the light from the three different sides and is capable to receive the light only from one side, that is the window. The light coming from the window is much brighter than the light which is coming from the other sides. Therefore, we should see the bending of light, therefore we can see the bending of shoot towards the light. As we know that auxin is deposited on the opposite side of the stem which is receiving the light, therefore more elongation should be caused on the side which is in the opposite direction on which the sunlight or the light is being thrown. Therefore, the opposite side of the twig to the source of light will elongate more because of the hormone auxin, and the whole twig will tend to bend towards the source of light. Hence we can say that the plant shows its movement towards the source of light, and the hormone which is responsible for this is the hormone auxin. The next trophism or the trophic movement which we are going to discuss is geotrophism. Geotrophism means growing towards the earth's gravity, and we know that the roots grow towards the gravity, towards the soil. The roots which grow towards the soil, they are called positively geotrophic, and the shoots which grow away from the gravity of the earth, they are called negatively geotrophic. And we can understand this with the help of the diagram in your book. Here you can see two different pots are there. The one pot is straightly kept on the ground, and we can see that the shoots grows upwards and the roots must be growing in the downward direction. If we drop this pot or place it horizontally, we will see that the shoot coming out, it bends towards the opposite side of the gravity, that is negatively geotrophic, and the roots, they will start bending towards the gravity of the earth, that is called positively geotrophic. The response of the plant to the gravity can be observed in the laboratory, as we have just studied in the diagram above, that the shoots move upwards and the roots move downwards. That is, shoots move towards negative geotrophic and the roots move towards positive geotrophic.